Summarise that last hour.
Brutal.
Yeah, we want to be averaging like 34, 35 ideally. So just keep the focus on your front.
Good morning, welcome back to the vlog. So at the start of this trip, around 2.5 weeks ago, I rode out with a guy called Josh. You may remember him in the video, and he said in that video, at the end of the month, there's a big group of guys planning a huge ride to Valencia and back in a day. It's 70 miles each way, so 140 miles there and back, and today's that day. What is 140 miles in kilometres?
A lot. At least 240?
About 240 kilometres.
Well, very hilly to start.
Yeah.
Nice bit of headwind, very slow start, and then once we get onto the slightly bigger road, then hopefully we can put our head down and eat into those Ks.
So I think the idea is we're going to take short turns on the front, but keep the power on a little bit. Try and keep that average speed above 20 miles per hour. That way we can get there and back in about 7 hours.
I'm feeling quite good today.
Yeah?
I'm actually feeling a little better than I thought. I had a big day yesterday with Rory.
Yeah.
So, plan for today is just to take it easy on the way out, get the first 120k done, and then a lot of cafe bonbons, and then we'll be rocking and rolling.
Will this be your longest ride?
This will be my longest ride ever.
What was your previous longest ride?
My previous longest ride was when I was 13. I did 190k in 11 hours. So solo, and that was my previous longest.
I think for a lot of us, today's going to be the longest ride we've ever done.
Is this just a summer storm? Well, how long can we weather this for? Is this just a summer storm?
So we've literally just ticked over an hour. We're 22 miles in, or about 35 kilometres. We've had one puncher so far. Touch wood, fingers crossed that's going to be the only puncher of the day. I think so far everyone's feeling pretty good. Morale's high. We're riding into slight headwind now. Hopefully the return leg's going to be even quicker. Everyone's taking the turns, 3 minutes apiece.
How long can we weather this for? How long can I postpone this for? A month, a year, maybe more. Oh, is this just a summer storm? Well, how long can we weather this for?
Still at an average speed of 22.1 miles per hour. We're making good progress here. If we keep up this speed, we're going to get into Valencia in around 3.25 hours, which is well under the target of 3.5 hours. Puncher number 2.
No, spoke's gone.
What?
Incredibly, we've got another spoke and a spoke tool.
Who brought a spare spoke? It's almost as if you knew this was going to happen.
I mean, who carries a spare spoke with them?
Sam.
And then worries about not carrying a second?
Alright, we're off again. That's the second stop. Hopefully no more stops before we get into Valencia now. 20k to go, which is about 14 or 15 miles. Just as we got going again for the third time, we've got another puncher. Are we ever gonna make it to Valencia?
We're never going to make it. This is the third mechanical now.
We can see it though. It's there. It's so close, yet so far.
Third flap. Hola.
Hola.
We made it to Valencia at last. So that's,
What are we going to do now? Just turn around and go home?
well, I was all for going round the roundabout and back home again, but everyone seems to want a cafe stop for some weird reason, so may have to have a few cafe bonbons.
I think the plan is to find somewhere in town, get some lunch, refuel a little bit, and then head back home. Pretty much along the same road that we came here. It's going to be like a 7-hour out and back ride today. Today's ride's not one for the Strava art.
Chips are cold.
How are we feeling about the ride home?
Well, I mean, hopefully it's a tailwind, so.
How are the legs feeling?
Caffed. Seriously caffed. I mean, we were there way too long.
Yeah, the food took so long. We were in the cafe there for about an hour and a half. I think we're going to be pushing it now to get home before it goes dark. Luckily, some of the guys have got some lights.
Yeah.
Is that healthy, like 100-mile ride nutrition?
150 mile get around nutrition.
What'd you go for?
There you go.
I'm doing 200. I'd like to thank High Five for their help all the season.
All right, 75 miles. We've got 3.5 hours of daylight. Let's do this.
Go on, he said, just leave. I'll get a good night's sleep for once.
We've been riding home for a while now. There hasn't really been much of an opportunity to pull the camera out because we are pretty much going flat stick, full gas home back to Calpe, because I wouldn't say people are nervous, I wouldn't say people are panicking, but everyone's a little bit apprehensive about the light. We want to get back into Calpe before it goes dark, ideally, and to do so we've got to average about 24 miles per hour, and so far we seem to be, we're doing alright, we're doing that. Summarise that last hour. Brutal.
I'm gone for good, I'm gone for good. Clasp hands, close eyes for a minute, hoping for a miracle, hoping for a miracle.
We kept it quite controlled up until around 45 minutes to go, and then we all decided amongst us that we would start pressing on, and if you get dropped, you got to make your own way home, and it was basically just last man surviving. It ended up just being 5 of us. It was me, Lawrence, Charles Page, Rory Townsend and Alexander Richardson. Everyone else has been dropped back there somewhere, and then me and Lawrence just got distance off the back, about 1/2 kilometre from where we were finishing. Now we're just cruising back into Calpe. Made it back just in time. It's just starting to go dark now. What a perfectly timed ride. We did 147 miles at an average speed of 23.3 miles per hour. Like Charles said, honestly, I'm
Outrageous.
mate, it's the longest I've ever done on a bike anyway.
Got back before sunset, mate. Fucking score.
Yeah, so like halfway back coming home, we were all starting to get a little bit worried that it would get dark before we get home. Mate, it's probably going to be dark before the others are going to get home.
Yeah, the others will be like 20 minutes behind probably. We were gassing.
They got spat. 147 miles.
No
Good
way.
effort, lads.
If you get spat, then yeah. We're recording that.
You know you're when I just started speaking to the camera right then, and I forgot to turn it on.
It's cracked.
I'm not cracked, I'm just in a whole world of pain. But Valencia and back in a day, completed it, mate. Just sat here editing the video, and then I realised that I didn't record an outro for today's video. So yeah, hard day out. It's a good day out, but it was a hard day out. Particularly that last 30 to 45 minutes. But guys, that's going to be the end of today's video. Please leave a thumbs up out of sympathy for the pain that I went through today. With that being said, I will see you tomorrow at 5. Bye. Yeah.
Clasp hands, close eyes for a minute, hoping for a miracle, hoping for a miracle. Is this just a summer storm?